It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas. It is Tuesday, December 5th, 2017. It is 7 a.m. on this Tuesday morning. The rain passed through, cooler temperatures. We'll get to that in just a minute. We want to welcome everybody to Down on the Corner program here on XL7 TV, along with Jerry Hogan and Scooter Callis, our engineer, director.
Boop, boop. that's all I got.
Let's see, what else?
That was weak.
It was weak.
Yeah.
And Jody's at the far end down there. You're on. You see that screen right there?
No, there she goes. She's the one cowarding down back there.
She's the one trying to get out of the camera shot.
They told me I was safe right here.
Oh, you're safe.
No, you don't believe anything we say. Come on.
I should have remembered that.
You should have known better, Joni.
You're right, Dad.
Everybody doing okay today, Jerry?
Fantastic, buddy.
Yeah. I think I got a hole in my sock. You ever get that way you feel like you got a hole in your sock?
You probably got a hole in your sock.
Look at this.
If it looks like a duck and feels like a duck,
It might be a duck.
I mean, you got a hole in your sock, buddy.
It's a little cold down there. You
probably
do.
got a hole in your sock, don't you? What
It's
about
like
you?
putting your underwear on backwards. It just don't feel right. So.
Hey, I got up this morning, though, and it feels better. It's cooled down a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is more like December weather.
Yeah, this has been crazy.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of cold weather.
I don't mind it.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what I got?
Oh, no.
A big bag of Brewed Awakening coffee yesterday.
Good.
We've got the freshest ground coffee here. For all of you amateur coffee drinkers, if you have
Like you're a professional coffee drinker. I'm sorry.
Well, he kind of is. It takes years.
There you
to
go,
get
the judge over here.
aged.
There you go, Judge. Here, see you, buddy. I just got about 7.5 pounds of fresh ground Brewed Awakening coffee for the studio.
Good.
Don't that sound good?
And I bet when they ask for your blood type, you just tell them Brewed Awake.
It comes out Colombian.
That's the mountain home version of Juan Valdez.
There
right
you
there.
go, dude.
You and your little mule carrying coffee beans across
You know,
the
the
path.
sad part is, though, because we joke about how thick his coffee is. Could you imagine if something happened? They would have to give him blood thinners to get him down to where they could do something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Has the bottom of your cup been eaten through yet?
No, if you drink
Well,
it
we
fast,
save the judge
no.
money. He comes by and gets leftover coffee, fill potholes in the roads with this stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. I mean, once it
Dual
gets,
purpose.
there you go. If you haven't checked out Brewed Awakening Coffee, 3 locations like you heard in the introduction. Balmer Boulevard, 62 East in the Walmart East Plaza, and BRMC Lobby. Or you stop down here, have a cup with us. We've got, how many fad cups we got over there? A bunch? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Families Against Distracted Driving coffee cups. Come on down and have a cup of coffee with us sometime here at the studio. What else we got? How about the morning prayer today, guys? What do you say?
You go right ahead.
It's time for our morning prayer, and hey, it's going to be sponsored one of these days, Jerry.
I hope so.
Let's pause for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, as we read in your Holy Scripture, Mary, your mother, comes to Elizabeth, and when she did, Scripture says the baby leapt in her womb. This teaches that the baby inside the womb is a living person. Contrary to pro-abortion people, they claim it's only a group of cells. But this Scripture proves them wrong. Lord, I pray you bring us to more truths from your Scripture and help us to know more about you. It's my prayer today. Amen.
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 Well, we got a little bit of rain last night, and I'm sure the county judge will talk about that a little bit. I don't know if it's alleviated the burn bans across the state, and I know we've had a lot of burn bans. And
I don't know if we got that much.
I don't
rain.
think we got that much. We'll talk with the judge here in a minute. Your weather is brought to you by Jerry.
Sears.
There you go.
hometown
He
store.
remembered.
It's not on the screen yet.
There it is.
Well, you got
There it
to. He forgets, so we got a 10-second delay. So it's on the screen at home when he says it, but then he.
Got to look up there, make sure. Make sure you're doing your job.
Local weather. Excuse me. Let me take a sip of coffee.
Take your time.
Your weather brought to you by your hometown Sears store. Locally owned and operated. Love Sears. Craftsman Tools, Kenmore, Whirlpool, all major brands of appliances, barbecue grills, lawn equipment.
Basketball goals.
Basketball goals.
TVs. They even got TVs.
Yeah, they even got TVs. They had a kayak last time we were down there. And
A kayak, man, that's different.
bet you can get garden tillers, weed eaters, leaf blowers.
A bunch of stuff. Just
Woodworking
look at
tools.
the catalog. You can have all
You know,
that.
think about it. You know, you've got hard to buy for people. Go to Sears, check out the tools, check out the lawn equipment, check across for more information, give blood, and help save lives. Anything else?
Mountain View, they're having the Christmas in the caverns. Caroling in the caverns.
Don't you know that? Oh, man.
That's
Yeah,
gotta
you can
sound
get
awesome.
So good.
If you can get tickets, I think they're sold out again. They stay sold out. So
I think
you
you
want
have
to go
to start
next
getting those
week,
like
you better
Labor
get
Day
'em now.
weekend, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Mr. Reeves said he bought his in July.
In July, really.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the voices in the caverns?
Oh God, how full it would
If you
sound
took
in
your
there.
men's
It's
voices
amazing.
and separated the bass, the tenors, the sopranos, and altos in there, and with that natural reverb, I mean, just the sound. Can you imagine?
Shoot, yeah, I'd be singing Merle Haggard. With an attitude.
So much for Christmas carols, huh, Jerry?
Well, I guess you have a point. He didn't sing many Christmas carols, did he?
I don't know. I have to check my Merle Haggard collection at home when I get there.
We are back up. Looked like we were having issues with the Facebook feed. I'm not sure what was going on with that, so we're back up.
Yeah, I see us right there on the screen now.
Yeah.
All right, after the break, County Judge Mickey Pendergrass is here. We got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. Probably talk about the burn ban, the rain that came through, and see if we're still. I bet we still have a burn ban. What do
You
bet?
keep saying rain. I think I had 1/10 of 1/100th of a
I
millimeter.
didn't get much. I mean, it came just for about 2 or 3 minutes. I had a good downpour,
That's about the same here.
just enough to wash the dust off the driveway. You know,
I don't even think it trickled out of the gutters.
nah, probably not. Scooter, take us to break. We'll get the judge in here and talk about business of Baxter County. Be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Coming in 2018, DHF Archery Range, brought to you by DeerHunterFan.com TV and Steadyform. This 10,000 square foot indoor climate controlled archery range will feature 3D targets, 3D pop-up, and state-of-the-art video shooting. DHF Archery Range will be open to the public and available for all ages. It's a great facility for hunters and archers alike and located in the center of the Ozarks in beautiful Bull Shoals, Arkansas. That's DHF Archery Range coming in 2018. Keep on the lookout for more details and their grand opening announcement soon.
They said, I'm not ready to move. I'm not ready for such a change. I'm not ready to give up my independence. Then, after receiving a lot of love and encouragement, they moved to the Good Samaritan Society. They said, I should have done it years ago.
Senior care and services from the Good Samaritan Society. why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
It's 7:18 on this Tuesday, December 5th, 2017. We want to welcome to our studio County Judge Mickey Pendergrass.
Good morning.
Howdy. How you been, sir?
Been very well. Enjoying this fine summertime that's coming to an end. Got in little deer hunting, and a whole lot of Thanksgiving meals. It's been a good month, except for the hot and dry, but we've been good other than that.
Well, when's the last day of summer? December 4th or 5th?
It looks like yesterday may have been it.
May have been it.
We moved into fall this morning.
So, are we still in the burn ban?
Absolutely.
I'm going to pull up that Arkansas burn ban map.
Last I checked, it had 61 counties on it.
Let me pull that up while you talk. Arkansas burn ban.
It's been a powder keg out there. I do not like put burn bans on because I rewrote the burn ban this time around a little bit different. It was putting a lot of pressure on fire chiefs out into the rural part of the hot and dry. So be careful out there. Accidents happen. We understand that. That's not part of it. But no, somebody calls in and they says, well, I've got this burn pit that I can roast some witnesses. Is that illegal? And we ask them, is there a fire in it? Then yes, it's illegal.
Yeah.
You cannot on purpose set a fire in a burn pit. I hate that, but that's part of it.
Look at this map. It's ironic that the counties not in the burn ban are border counties. Border to Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Oklahoma, Texas.
Yep.
That's the border.
Tennessee and Mississippi, yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee,
but
Mississippi.
A lot of the northwest county had a lot more. Northwest part that borders Oklahoma has had a lot more rain than we have.
Yeah.
It just
The
evaporated
Fayetteville,
before it got here.
Fayetteville,
They're not behind like we are. We're several inches in rain behind, and
they get
we had like
Joplin,
less than an inch the whole month of November.
It just seems like when Tulsa and Joplin and southeast Kansas get the rain, then Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Bentonville, Rogers all gets that. I call it the.
Can't get over to Boston Mountain.
Can't get over to Boston
You
Mountain.
know how them Boston people are.
So burn ban's still in effect as of 12/5. This map says 12/4, but as of 12/5, burn ban.
Yeah, it'll be under effect until it is lifted by another county court order. So yeah.
All right. So you've got a whole notebook full of pages here.
Well, that's a lot of you got to make a show sometimes and make it look like you're doing something. But this is as normal. Quorum court meeting tonight, and I had the agenda here, and I don't even have all of it because I don't have the budget ordinance with us. But it has the normal things plus some appointments. But the big thing in the December budget every year is the Baxter County budget for the next year, which we're constitutionally required to. Quorum court is to pass before the year's out. We have to have a budget in place, and we had a lot of glitches this year, pretty big ones, and so it's been a struggle. But
what happened? What happened on the budget?
Well, we got news about halfway through the process. I think it was on the 16th of November. We got a call from the Department of Finance Administration that they were going to reduce our sales tax revenue that month by $539,000.
Why?
somebody had overpaid, and they had investigated and found it to be true, so they went back and rebated them or refunded them 3 years worth of overpayment. And we called, got more ideas, and it had stopped, and they refunded them through July of this year. And but that's a pretty big hit. Now that's $539,000 before we split and share with all the cities. You know, we share our 1 cent sales tax with all 8 incorporated cities in the county. We get about 57.82% of it. We've got it down to the penny now. I'm joking, but that's close. So everybody took a hit. Plus the city of Mountain Home, they were paying the 1 cent tax in Mountain Home, so they got the same refund. So that's a double whammy for them because they get about 160 or so thousand of ours, 100 and the high 150s, plus the 539 of their own. So. But that ruined our. What's he doing over here?
He's terrible.
he went to move the mic.
Anybody could eat that big of cinnamon roll. There ain't no telling what he did.
He pulled the microphone stand all the way out.
Yeah, he went to move the mic, and the whole stand fell out.
You got a hole in your sock?
It's a circus.
So how do you refund $500,000? I mean,
well, I investigated and talked to some contacts at DFNA, and they gave me as much information as they could. But they had been paying the same bill from two different spots for we don't know how many years, but at least 3. And an outside audit caught it, and they submitted and asked for a rebate or for a refund from DFNA, who sent their investigators out and checked it out and found it to be true. And they call and give us the option to take it out over 10 months or to take it all at once, which would. Our treasurer determined, and then she consulted with us to take it all at once and get it over with. What that does is we have to establish revenue to base our budget upon, and part of our revenue for the coming year is the money that we have not spent this year. Well, the part of the revenue that we anticipate for next year.
Yeah.
Is what's left out of this year's budget.
Okay.
And so she has to anticipate what that revenue is, plus what our sales tax, turnback funds, real estate tax, all our fund resources, and add that up, and then we can only budget 90% of that. Well, when you lose $300,000 out of your carryover prospects, we're looking at step increases for all of our employees and looking at a 12.4% increase in insurance costs, a 0.5% cost in retirement costs for that's just personnel services. And so we were cutting the budget, plus next year's election year, the cost of the election commission is times 10 what it was this year, because it always is an election year. That's just things we know, but then you take a $300,000 hit right in the middle of the process, and you're scrambling. So we have used some reserve funds which we are allowed to do to make up that 10% between 90 and 100 to get this budget that we're presenting to the Quorum Court tonight. For the first time, I think, in the history of Baxter County, the total budget combined with all the special projects, road and bridge, animal control, as well as county general, is over $15 million. And that is everything that's in our budget for this coming year. That's
a lot of money, but that's not a lot of money for a county.
It's still $10 million behind the city of Mountain Home, but that's the first time that I know of, I believe, that it's been over that much. With all the increases in personnel cost, I believe the figure is somewhere around a $700,000 increase from last year. When we took this big hit from the sales tax in November, then it was a hard cookie to crumble there, and especially put it back together so we could budget. But
so you didn't know about this about the 16th of November, right?
That's correct. It was pretty much a shock. And then we had to, of course, we had meetings going on with our budget committee with the quorum courts, and we had to keep them up to date. And then we started looking at where can we cut in this budget, because we had already been wrestling with health insurance. It was, if we had kept the same health insurance policy, it would have increased almost 20 or over 25%. So we had to work and try to whittle that down and change some benefits, like the deposits or the co-pay have been adjusted a little bit, and we got it down to a 12.4% increase. If it's still at 25, we could have done it. We'd have had to make some cuts. And we're pretty tight
And why is health insurance rates going up, Judge?
Well, you'll have to talk to our broker. We got that message back in the summer, and we knew this was going to happen. We just kept working on it.
Well, I think insurance is going up.
The reason why our
across the country.
insurance, we're a large group. We're considered what's a large group. We have over 200 people in our group.
Right.
And when your claims surpass your premiums that you're paying in, they're going to go up.
Yep.
We had been pretty flat my first 3 years in office, and so we had been pretty flat, but the last 2 years our claims have exceeded the revenues that's went into the company. And because of the Affordable Care Act, the company has a real small window. The company that sells your insurance, they cannot make for carryover money for them to operate under more than 15%. So their claims cost has to equal 85% or more of the revenue they get. So they got a 15% window to pay.
Jeez.
And when we had some, yours truly was one of them, large claims that come in that hit them, we went about 12 or 50% over. So it's the cost. That's in a large group. That's what happened, and so the last 2 years we'd take a pretty good hit. But the good thing about that is we had some large claims of people that are still working for the county that the insurance took care of, and they're healthy today because they had good insurance. Yeah. Some of us may not have been doing the things necessary to keep from having a huge event and a huge bill, but some of it you just can't help. If it's cancer, I mean, it's going to happen, and that kind of stuff happens. And but luckily, that's one of the biggest benefits we furnish for our employees. We have a Cadillac health insurance plan, and we've had to adjust it the last 2 or 3 years because of the increased cost. And as our broker tells us that negotiates this with us, we don't know what is going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen in the future, and they're arguing about it, the mandate and all that in Washington, D.C. I wish they'd just figure it out and give us something to go by. But we had a lot of good things come out of that. But when you take all that and then you get a big revenue shocker, and it's a one-time thing. We think it's over. We understand it's over, so we're going to go.
So you had to write the check back to DFA, right?
No, they just deducted it from what they sent us in November. I mean, they hold the checkbook, so they're going to get their money. I had to
talk about getting stung by a wasp. Boy, that's a stinger there, or a hornet.
This is the report that the treasurer puts out to us. We normally get an average of $570,000 or $80,000 a month from DFA for sales tax. Well, this month, in the month of November, we got $51,082. So see, they just deducted it, and out of that, only $29,500 went to the county. The rest of it went to the cities. So that's how that works. They get their money.
Wouldn't they have a contingency fund in case something like that happens, where it doesn't punish the county? I mean, and somebody else's error is punishing you.
We're too much behind. They refunded this money through July this month, but they didn't make the refund until November. They took some time, and then they contacted us and said, we'll try to ease your pain. How do you want this refunded? It's going to happen. We have determined that these people are due their money back, and rightfully so. We ask for rebates all the time because of stuff we buy somewhere that we pay too much tax on. It doesn't amount to a whole lot, but we apply for it because every little bit helps.
Yeah.
But since it was their money, they get it. Now, the sales tax revenues we get in November were collected in September. We're running right at 2 months behind. Actually, a month and 3 weeks, just right at 2 months. Lag time from the time they get the money, so that gives them time to work through it and count any issues, and then they give us our money.
So you won't know about Christmas sales until February, right?
Correct.
Sales tax off Christmas.
That is correct.
We can take a break. We're visiting Baxter County Judge Mickey Pendergrass. More after the commercial break. Stick around. Be right back.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Your White River Getaway starts at Cotter Trout Lodge, where you find convenient, clean, and affordable accommodations right in the heart of Cotter, Arkansas. Take advantage of the Natural State Fly Shop across the road for all your supplies and guided fly fishing needs. Countless delicious homemade menu options await to satisfy your hunger cravings at the White Sands Cafe. Your complete White River Getaway is cradled in the east arm of the historic Ruthven Rainbow Bridge at the Cotter Trout Lodge, Natural State Fly Shop, and the White Sands Cafe.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
More than just propane, Reeves Propane provides you full-service propane delivery as well as tank and piping installation. We are your dependable choice, offering the very best in personal service with on-time deliveries and competitive prices. Reeves Propane also sells and installs tankless water heaters and appliances and can even convert your gas cook stove to liquid propane. So no need to fuss and cuss about bad service. Call us at Reeves Propane. We greatly appreciate your business and God bless.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
It's 7:36 on this December 5th, 2017. We're visiting with Baxter County Judge Mickey Pendergrass. And where we at on our notes here, Judge?
Well, we may have gone through all my notes. I wanted to mention a little bit, Jerry talked a little bit about the Bass Nation tournament that's going out of 101 Boat Dock in the morning. Mm-hmm. That's 170 team boats, final championship competition. I understand that the winner of this probably will get to go to the Classic. It's a big deal, but if you've not been bass fishing in weather like we just had, anybody that's done this knows what I'm talking about. They have been pre-fishing and practicing on Lake Norfolk in 60 and 70 degree weather. When they take off in the morning, it's probably going to be around 30 degrees to 32 degrees. They're going to be bundled up. The wind's going to be howling, and the fish pattern after this front is going to change, and they'll have to look all day for fish. It's going to be a tough day. Mm-hmm. But these guys will find them. They're that good. There'll be somebody or a lot of somebodies that will find, but out of 170 boats, it's a big deal. Not very many communities get this group in here, and we're proud of them. In fact, I'm going to try to attend some of the events if I can get out there to them, because they're going to be launching from all over the lake early in the morning. They'll start letting them go out of 101 about 6:45 a.m. or as soon as it gets light enough to go. And but it's a big deal. So if you see them, thank them for coming and being a part of this, because none of these fishermen are local. They're all from away from here.
And to have something like that here in December, you've got 170 teams. That's 340 people in the boats.
And families.
And families.
And a big shout out to some of the resorts that they're usually closed for winter this time of year. They have opened back up. Some of them are full of these people like to stay at resorts like that, and
that's
they're all full
Christmas
because
bonus.
So kudos to those people who saw how important this was and opened up, and I saw some specials. I went and looked at the schedule under bassmaster.com yesterday on the Bass Nation, and they were giving you, pay for 2 nights, we'll give you a 3rd night free. So they were filling up because they were doing some special things. So kudos to them for bringing the business into Baxter County.
So if you've got 340 individuals fishing, like you say,
plus family, a lot of family follow these people.
Yeah. So
they eat here. They stay here.
We could have 1,500 to 2,000 people.
They might even shop here. They might go down to Old Time and eat a coconut cream pie.
They were there yesterday for lunch. Let me tell you, it was full up down there. If you missed out, you missed a good lunch, let me tell you.
And all the other places, but they do experiment. They like to go, and they like to know where the local places are. But, it's a big deal. And you was talking about Christmas shopping numbers. Christmas starts in October now or sometime, and I think the numbers start easing up. We actually had a good month that we were getting revenue on November until they deducted 90% of it, but it was actually a better than normal month. So I think that was the beginning of that, and it should go through. If people will shop local and buy their stuff here, we got a lot of choices here. I hear a lot of complaints about that, but just like our medical care, in most cases we have excellent medical care here, and you can't go anywhere and get anything any better. Well, we have the same in the shop. And
well, you've got what?
You've got to consider you're going to drive 2 or 3 hours to save $1.
Yeah. They didn't save anything.
Now, if you can find something that you can't find locally, then
talk about the medical. I mean, we used to go to Springfield. Now you've got people coming basically all the way from Springfield for some things.
We're a destination place for a lot of counties around us, but if you can buy it all here, it helps us to afford the services that we do.
Take a look at the downtown square.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the businesses down there.
Yeah,
that's a good spot to start.
We even try to grow it. It's a historic district, and it really helps all of us if we can help keep people in business as well as support the entities around us. So if you can shop local, that's a big deal. Jerry and I were talking about that off screen a while ago. Then it's a huge deal for us, and we're benefiting from the growth in sales tax, and that's the reason why. Is people like to buy here. We have the stuff to go buy.
Now, the announcement this week of the new boat manufacturing going in and flipping, will we see residuals off of that as well?
Absolutely. I think we will.
I think, Jerry, you were down there for that, weren't you, Jerry, for that? Yeah.
Yes, and that is a big deal, but we're not done. That's going to happen. We've got 2 boat manufacturers here in Baxter County, and both of them are looking at expansions.
Good.
And so what's going on over there at Flippin with the Daffron boys and their family support with Vexus, that's going to be big, because they've got that family has 50 years history in building bass boats, so they know what they're doing. But we have the same thing right here in Baxter County with Bass Cat, looking at that, and Legend recently sold out. There's going to be expansions. Legend is now owned by the same company that owns Ranger, and they've already moved the molds for their skeeter boats to Midway, so they're making them here in Baxter County. And they're looking at a whole lot more. Hopefully in the near future there'll be a lot of announcements coming out. But we'll get some residual off that Vexus deal over there, and that's great to see that they want to get started back in there. But we've become pretty much a mecca or capital of boat building in Baxter and Marion counties.
We'll take it.
It's good. What a lot of people don't realize, just like this bass tournament that's going on this week, is like Bass Cat. They told me an email yesterday that they have a lot of people that fish in Bass Cat boats, Bass Cat sponsored, that's in this tournament. They like to come here because Bass Cat, the guy who won the Bassmaster Classic last year, fishes in a Legend boat built right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas, or Midway, Arkansas. So that kind of thing brings people here and creates traffic for the business, the stores, the gas stations, the eating joints, all that kind of stuff. These manufacturers bring that in, and to see them grow, I just hope as this growth happens that we have the workforce to fill the positions that's going to happen. That's the problem. We all of us in the employment business have that problem. So if you're out there and you're looking for jobs, get training. These places, there's work out there if you'll go find it and you'll get the training. And ASU and others are doing a really good job of getting people prepared. They work hard to train people for these type of plants. That's a good deal. But there's going to be more jobs, and I think there's going to be workers, and that's a problem. But people got to straighten their lives out, won't work. We have the same problem in our departments. We have in some departments, because of our pay scale or other reasons, we have a lot of turnover, it seems like, for the county, but it's getting hard to find people with skills. And,
what particular skills you needing?
Well, you can imagine some of the skills at Road and Bridge, and then our biggest problems is the stressful jobs like jailer or 911 dispatcher. Those are very stressful jobs, and you've got to be almost a special person to do that. And how many of us want to work in a jail in a 12-hour shift and take care of 80 to 100 suspected convicts, and deal with them and their attitudes, and that's what they have to deal with. And it's a never-ending circus, and we have a lot of young people learning that trade over there. So there's considerable turnover in that position. If they get their law enforcement credentials, can move on and get out on the street and work, that they use that as a springboard. But especially equipment operators and people that just want to show up and work, that can qualify for a commercial driver's license, a CDL as we call it. I had a plumber tell me several years ago that in 5 years you won't be able to find people to work for plumbers, especially people, and it has become a problem because you got to have a legit driver's license. In most cases, you got to pass a background check. They're going to check every felony. If you've had anything to do with the accounting of money, you're not going to get the job. So you got to take care of yourself to get a job for these. It can be a career if you do it correctly, and has a really good retirement package with it. But that's part of it.
Well,
I hope these companies expand and can find, and we'll draw people in from Missouri and the counties around us to get the workforce.
Really?
I have to.
Well, last year I was helping. Was it last year? Maybe 2 years ago, I was helping Harold's Auto Parts deliver parts on occasion, and go out to Road and Bridge, and several friends out there, and I'm amazed at your crew at Road and Bridge in the maintenance area, keeping the police cars, the county cars, the bulldozers, the dump trucks, and all that running. They have to have a pretty good knowledge of hydraulics, the type of fittings. Of course, the most common is a JIC and the 1/2 inch 3/8 hose.
Yeah,
but you
in
got
the
to know
shop
your
out there.
hydraulics and stuff.
Yeah, in the shop out there, you got you've got the big trucks, the little trucks, and you've got another side of that shop that fixes sheriff vehicles, juvenile vehicles, maintenance, my vehicles. They work on those as well. And then over this side, you're working on the big trucks. Then you might have a Caterpillar or a Case or a New Holland or a Cobelco. You got so many different brands and types of equipment. And then we've got the crusher going out there, which is a whole nother ballgame.
Yeah.
But they have to have skills, and we have some really good people working in the shop out there, and a good staff working throughout. They
have to know
they're dedicated.
Diesel engines, gas engines, probably some propane-powered forklifts.
Yeah, it's interesting. Of course, you got access. Having come out of that business, you got access to all kinds of service manuals. They don't get a lot of training, but you do have a lot of service manuals and phone numbers you can call. And the thing that we have been pushed on the 5 years I've been in the judge's office is to update the equipment as much as possible. And we have done that. We have upgraded all of our road graders. Let me explain to you. If you run a road grader now, it's not. These road graders don't have steering wheels in them. You take a kid that knows how to play these games, that's what they are. They're joysticks and push buttons, and that's how you operate that whole $250,000 piece of equipment. And it has no steering wheel, and you do it with your feet and with your hands. because you do the joist, the blade, the angles, the front, the forwards, the backwards, and then you got your fuel and your brakes on your feet. But then the mechanics have to be able to plug into this thing, a computer, to find out what's wrong with it. Because there's so much computer diodes and
on a road grader.
Yes. I had a Caterpillar here, I was a year and a half ago. He calls me, and the foreman was off that day or something, and he couldn't get a hold of him, and the Caterpillar was looking for an upgrade on one of our new graders at the time. It's probably been 3 years ago. And I said, well, I'd like to help you, but I don't know which grader you're talking about, where it's at. We've got 3 of them. He said, wait just a minute. He got his computer out in his truck, and he called up, and he said, it's the grader that's located at Clark Ridge. How do you know that? Well,
logged into it.
We have GPSs now.
Yep.
And he knew which grader. I said, well, I know where that one's at. I'll call. I know who's driving it. So I can call him, make the race, make sure he's there, and you get there and do your upgrade. But that's the technology now. These guys that work for Caterpillar or Case or New Holland, and even like vehicles, it's not like our old 64 Chevy that we started on.
You can drive John Deere sitting in your living room now, actually.
That's right.
They have automated. You can drive it wherever.
It's coming up on 7:49, and it's time for another commercial break. More with the county judge right after this. Stick around, be right back.
Coming in 2018, VHF Archery Range, brought to you by DeerHunterFan.com TV and Steadyform. This 10,000 square foot indoor climate-controlled archery range will feature 3D targets, 3D pop-up, and state-of-the-art video shooting. VHF Archery Range will be open to the public and available for all ages. It's a great facility for hunters and archers alike and located in the center of the Ozarks in beautiful Bull Shoals, Arkansas. That's DHF Archery Range, coming in 2018. Keep on the lookout for more details and their grand opening announcement soon.
They said, I'm not ready to move. I'm not ready for such a change. I'm not ready to give up my independence. Then, after receiving a lot of love and encouragement, they moved to the Good Samaritan Society. They said, I should have done it years ago.
Senior care and services from the Good Samaritan Society.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
It's 7:51, wrapping up today's Down on the Corner program with Baxter County Judge Mickey Pendergrass. And what else you got for us, Judge?
Well, there's always something going on in the county we'll think about and talk about. I want to take advantage of this program this morning to thank everybody for their support of the county and the great things. It is the thankful time of year that we just went through, Christmas and the end of the year going through, and be finishing up my 5th year. And I've had a lot of people question me about what my intentions are since next year is election year, and the next term will be a 4-year term, and we're in the middle of a huge jail project that will start in earnest. The drawing is now what my intentions are. And I took a lot of time to think about it because I had, with the own health issues I had in 2016, I had to make sure that I felt comfortable with my health, that because I'll be 66 years old come next month or February, and or 65 rather. And so I'm up to be filing for Medicaid. I've got to get that taken care of within the next 4 months. Whether I was going to run or not, and I finally made a decision yesterday that I will seek one more term and then I'll be done, because I'll be almost 70 years old when that happens, and I just wanted people to know, and a lot of them have been pressuring what's going to happen, but because of the projects and my health is doing well, the hospital here and the staff, the people that take care of me have given my health back, which I didn't know I had a problem until it happened. But it's been a good year, and it's been a good ride for 5 years, and we'll go for a 4-year term, and I think God has blessed me with enough health to get there and get us through these major projects, and then I will retire after those 4 years because I won't go any farther than that, but I will be running on about it next year.
Wow, good.
Awesome.
Yep, heard it here first.
Awesome. Got it.
Anybody else know about that but us?
Well, I remembered I was talking to some of my closest staff members yesterday about it and kind of swore them to secrecy, but then I remembered, I've not announced this to my wife yet.
You did now.
So we're going so many different directions, and she's a busy lady and involved in so many good things, does a wonderful job, and she has, of course, she was my nurse and chief through my health event and stayed right with me for the first 30 days. She never left me. But so I got home last night and I covered that base. That is okay, isn't it, honey? And she was happy with it, and I think there are times when she would like for me to help her at her company again, because that's where I was doing before was won the election in 2012. But we'll go this one more round, and It's been hard at times, very stressful at times. Our first winter, about this time, I don't know if y'all remember, 4 years ago.
Yeah, I do.
2013, about this time of the year, y'all didn't like me very much. We had so much ice on the roads that we couldn't get rid of. The state highway department couldn't get rid of. I couldn't even hardly get to town, an old GMC truck. It was bad. That whole winter, we had 4 events that whole winter.
All on weekends.
Yeah, and so I said, welcome to the county judge's office. This is fun.
Remember it well. That's the year that my oldest boy got married. On December 5th, we had snow and it was cold.
It was nasty.
And he was getting married on the 31st of December in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And I thought, this is going to be hard to do if we keep going back and forth. But it was on a Tuesday they got married over there. But like every other, it was the first weekend of the month. By December 20th, I took a picture of the thermometer on the barn. It was 72 degrees. I thought, yeah, we got this. We can make it to Murfreesboro. And I remember driving home from the wedding on January 1st. It was a cold day, but it was a nice, clear day. Got home, and that weekend we got hit again. I thought,
well, what happened was in that year, 13-14 winter, we got a snow and ice event the first week of the month, 4 months in a row.
4 months in a row.
1st of December, the 1st of January, the 1st of February, and we were driving home from Hot Springs. The event went down around the 3rd of March and drove home in that mess. And, oh, it was nasty. I had the people riding in the car behind that was in the car with me, and I was driving. They were scared to death. I remember coming through Cotter, and one of the highway trucks was on the inside lane, and I was going to go around him. He showered us with ice. That was when they had that brand new truck with the mid plow. They'd finally got one of them up here because that's the only thing that belly plow that would work. He covered me up.
Let's talk real quick. We got 3 minutes, but I want to talk about clearing those roads. You talk about Arkansas Highway Department. When you think, oh, it's only 6 miles to Gassville, but it's a 4 and 5 lane road. So you got one lane going out, another lane coming back. So they'll have probably 18 to 24 miles of lanes just between here and Gassville. Same way with y'all on county roads that are 2 lane.
The highway department has expanded. They really haven't gained that many road miles in the last 50 or 60 years, but they have widened it, so they have probably tripled their lane miles.
Yeah.
And that they do have that problem, and they haven't increased their staff
since 1961. How many lane miles you got right now to clear?
Or our lane miles, we don't have very much 4 or 3 lane now. We're rebuilding Buzzard Roost Cutoff right now. That'll be a new 3 lane. That'll be one that'll add some lane miles to us. But that's a cooperation with the city and the county. That's a great effort to see that happening, and we're probably going to do more. But our lane miles, we have about 680 miles of road at 2 lanes, and we're probably right at 700, which would give us 1,400 lane miles.
It's a lot of clearing.
But you think where some of these are at and how rough of them, and we don't have the staff nor the budget to take care and keep up with all the paved roads we have. We're blessed in Baxter County that we have more paved roads than any county around us, even close to us. But you've got to be able to seal those roads again every 5 to 10 years, depending on what the surface is. And we can't get there. We have tried, and it just breaks our heart. But we've got some real issues right now with that, because then you get a storm, you got to washout, and you got to fix all the damages, and that has hit every county judge that's ever served that I know of has had a disaster like that, and that it just kills your budget and sets you back on all your maintenance and plans. And where it's a 2-year plan, 5 or 10-year plan, you got to start over.
Yep.
Well, 13-14 was a lot like
Final
that.
minute.
But we appreciate everybody's service and working with us, and we'll keep up or attempt to if they see fit to put me back in there for another 4 years.
Baxter County Judge Mickey Pendergrass just announced for another term in 2018.
I'm blessed with a wonderful staff, and you're only as good as the people around me, and wonderful elected officials that we work together. We had a meeting yesterday and sat there and hashed things out for 2 hours. It's great to work with these people, and appreciate all their support as well as support of the public.
Well, we're happy to have you on, and we appreciate you coming on and making the announcement here, and it was good. Good to hear.
You betcha.
Really is.
1,400 to 1,700 lane miles to clear. That's like just put a road grader on and go from here to D.C. That's basically what it would be like.
And by the way, we're one of the smallest road mile counties in Arkansas. Marion County has twice as many roads as we do. So
we're going to wrap it up. Thanks to Baxter County Judge Mickey Pendergrass for being here and making his announcement for the 2018 campaign. See you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank y'all for having me. Have a good day.